Okay, record started. Okay, fine. So what we will do is today, today whatever we are doing, guys, it will be completely hands-on in actual environment. Okay, so it's not something testing or anything. It's actual environment. I have my GitHub accounts created. You can also create those who have not created. Okay, so here I have my code. This is a web app, ASP.NET code. Okay, ASP.NET code base. See, I have all the configuration here, like a manifest. This is you will learn as you go. This is for your deployment. Like what's the deployment? You can check this also. And this is more of your Kubernetes cluster. Okay, this is you going to create this, the YAML configuration. That also you learn slowly. But then we are not focusing this one. We are just checking. We will try to do some changes in the code and see what happens. Okay, let's say right now you are okay, what are you doing? Let's say you're working now, you have a git now, some code is there in your GitHub now. Let's say now you need to modify something and push this code to your GitHub once again back. Basically that is, this is known as remote repository. Okay, so please feel free to ask any questions if you have it in between, not an issue. What we'll do, I will copy this one. If you see here, there are different types of this thing, but most probably I am going with the HTTPS. So I will copy this link. First thing what I'm going to do is, like I mentioned, I'm going to work in my local system. This code, whatever code I have, I want to clone it in my local system. That is my here. Okay. So I have created directory. So what I'll do is I create here. First, what I'll do, always this is the file, like I have not created any, I don't have any git initialization, everything. First thing I use the git init because I want to initialize for the first time, right? Once I initialize first time, if you check what is the folder name be given folder 10, right? Git 10. You by default it was not there, but you will get now one folder there. That is for your Git. Okay. Whatever it has needs some independence, everything like dependency, everything will be by default. All setup will be created here. So now this we are clear here. What we will do first. Right now we don't have anything now. I want to clone it. That is my GitHub repository. So what is the command? Git clone. All very small command, just git clone. If I use the git clone and the URL how I copied in the sense, like I mentioned, I went here, particular my repository, that is my here. This is actually my core in this thing. Okay. So I have done my pipeline also, but Azure pipeline, but you don't have to think much about that. Our work is to, you have just click here, there's a code, copy this link, there's a copy button. Okay. That I did copy. If you see here, you will not have anything. If you see here, see, I don't have anything. As soon as I click enter, let's see, Barbara is coming. Let me copy 1 second. Okay, let me enter. See, can you notice, guys? If you see just now, I click git clone and it clone. What is a cloning now? Cloning into particular thing. This came name. How this name is got? What is the name of this for git clone? Git app 07, right? Let's see. If you see here, this is my Git repository. Sorry, GitHub repository. Git F07. So right now whatever I have in my code, basically in my GitHub, whatever I have the code or whatever files are there, it will be stored all the data in your local system. How do I check that one? There are so many ways. I can check many ways. For example, just normal command ls also I can use it. Ls why I used it? Because if I yes only one. Here also here one. But there are many, right? So there are many you see. Right now you are in the repository, not inside the repository. But let's say, where is that? Huh, here, you are here now because ls I did here, you are sitting now. Let's say I want to work with one of the file, right? Or maybe code. That is what I was mentioning in my notes. If you see the first comment, just for this thing, see, first thing, how to clone. We have done with this one, right? Git clone, then URL. Okay, we have given. Now what it says that cd where top directory. What it means? Top directory is nothing but your GitHub repository. That means I have to use the cd then GitHub repository. Now what we see the GitHub repository here. This is the GitHub repository. You can also check or cross verify from here itself. This is your GitHub repository name. Same thing you can also see here the top level. So I'll just keep it dot cd. Okay, then git. You can mention the based on the spelling, just case sensitive. See, this is a Linux. This is not a Linux base. That is why it is showing the this thing, but it is a Windows base. We can just cd. If it is a, or you can just remove everything. Also works. Okay, whichever way you want. But normally, if you use the Windows, it will be always some special that small dot will come. But in Linux, directly we can use cd also. So both commands works. Okay. Now, uh, is it clear, guys? Till here, we have cloned it right now, right? We are going based on a node, so that will be easy for everybody to follow. What I'll do, git checkout branch. Git checkout branch, why we want is, if you don't have a branch, new branch, let's say, before that, what I'll do, I'll check what is the branch name. Let's see if I can see here. Which command I'll use, git branch. See, there are many ways we can check. The one of the ways is we are sitting in our master branch. Okay. How do I verify this one master branch? Other comments also we have space. See, I will just show you some of the comments which I mentioned in git list. Double, it will not work. It will not work. It will fail now. See, it will face. What you have to do? If you use any time with your full name, you have to mention double dash. So that's 2 times. Okay. Then we are still showing here. But again, if you say I wanted to see only what is there, everything in the sense local branch as local branches along with your remote branches. What is local branch now? Local branch means somewhere where you work in your local system where you create a branches. Okay. Remote branch is something which is available in your GitHub. So in our case, let's see. I have in my GitHub repository where I have so many branches are available now. Even if you want to create more branches, you can just go ahead and there is an option to create it that you can mention a branch name. Okay. So whatever you see here, this is known as remote branches. Okay. You see here, these all are remote branches. If somebody asks me, let's say now, see right now I did git space L also it will work. It shows me only the remote, sorry, the local branches. That means that is your in your local system branches on in directory. Okay. Let's say I want to see now board. In the sense, I want to see local branches along with my remote branches together. How will I see? What are the commands? So that commands also it is given here, but you will get as you go. It is somewhere I have written how to check the branches. I think somewhere here. Let's see how we can see. Okay, that just check all the nodes. That's why I was saying git branches. Okay, here you see how to. Okay, this is if you're working with the branches. Now we are not working with the branches. That is why. Okay, if you're working with the branch, let's say how to show the branch list. So which command we used it, and I can use the which I used here, and I use this also. So you see here this one. This is important, or you can make a notes. When I use git branch dash a small letter, not a capital letter. Okay, if I use this one, what happens is now it is going to list everything. That means it includes your remote branches along with your local branches. Let's see how it works. You see commands what we have here, right? We have so many branches available. Let's see whether it is listing or not. A. Just say A. A mean all, either you can call it as everything, right? Let's see. How do I notice which is my local branch, which is my this thing? You see this thing by seeing the, it will be different color. Anytime you notice this thing will be always the red color if it is remote. Okay. So in my case, these all are my remote branches. You can verify one by one. Let's say Rohit branch we have, then develop DevOps branch we have, main branch we have, master branch we have, staging branch we have, test branch we have. Let's see whether it is there. DevOps branch we have, staging branch we have, main branch we have, test branch we have, Rohit branch we have. You just check once, everything we have it. Okay, is it interesting? Okay, so this command is looks small, but then it is very effective. It's very useful. Try to remember these commands always. So instead of if you want to use all commands, means all branches, yes, use this one. That's a. Okay, I hope this is clear right till here. Now, okay, now we are good with the first nodes. Hmm, yeah, we are good with this one. Now checkout. Checkout means yeah, I finish this one. I want to check out. Check out why I want. Right now, if you have multiple brands, let's say, like I mentioned, I have only one branches, right? I want to create another branch. How will I create? There are many ways I can create. But one way is to git branch their branch name or git branch, sorry, git checkout, then branch name. These two commands have different impact, useful always. Okay. If I use a git branch, then branch name, that is my dev branch. If I use this command, what happens is now it will just create a default, sorry, it will just create a new branch. That means it will just create a branch. But this command is very much helpful. What it does is this will create the new branches or new branch. At the same time, it will switch to the particular which you created a branch. Okay. So let's see how it works. One by one, we'll try. We'll try with this. We will try with the dev branch. Okay. Git branch dev. So it will create only the branch. Just notice it. See how will I verify again same command which we used it before. You can A also can use it. You see here now dev branch is created now. This is under this thing. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Here.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, fine. So I was saying this is good. Now we have verified that dev branch is done. And now second thing I was saying one more branch, one more way we can create git checkout. You can't have the git branch and dash b. You can't have that one. It will not work. The commands will not work. So if you have a requirement where you want to create a branch at the same time you want to switch to the particular branch which you created newly. In this case, the best way is to create, sorry, use this git checkout. Okay, git checkout, git checkout. Then always you have to remember this one. If you don't use this one, then it will be a different meaningful. If I create this person, what happened now this time? This will create this will create a new branch called as dev. At the same time, this will check out. In the sense, it will switch to the particular dev branch. But in my case, dev branch already we have, so I don't want to create staging. I'll create. I'll just put a feature branch feature. Okay, feature. So in this case, see, as soon as I create these comments, if I used it, it switches back to basically switch to particular new branch. That is my vision. I can check re-verify that one. Git branch A or just git branch list, whatever command you can use it. Okay, they can see feature branch right now. And also one thing you need to keep in mind: how do I understand which brand are you currently sitting at? By using this command also can get, or and there are many ways, but if anything we can do using git branch or git list whatever. But only one thing how you need to notice it, you can see here. If you see in the color will be always changed and it has a start marks. Okay, next to that start marks, that means asterisk. Okay, that means that is your main branch. Or I can use another commit, but that is you can use also get status also you can use if you want. Okay, get status also we can use. If you use get status also, again is a on branch, that is my feature. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? So fine, we are good here. um okay, we need to go little this thing because okay, so we are good here now. Creating we have done, and okay, we are done here. Okay, so what I'll do is now we have created. Now we are currently sitting in my future branch now. These whatever nodes I have shared, I will not go through everything because I'm showing this one is the initial stage where you require to do every time. That is why. Okay, these first two commands, sorry, two things you always require. Even this also require these three. Now till here you clear. You created, what we did was we created we cloned it and we went to particular repository, and we went to particular branches which we created. Okay, git checkout whatever branch name, that is my new branch I created. Now I want to suppose create new branch, mean again I show git checkout if you want to check out how to create new branch. Okay, if you already clone it, if you have a clone in master branch, you just use this one, git pull. Okay, this also we have done already. Now let me one thing what we will do, something we will do. Right now we are sitting here, right? So what I'll do, ls, if I put ls every time, because I can see all my the data or the core, because this is base of master branch. What it means is that if you see github, sorry, my repository, you see here master is the primary branch where we have. So under this particular the master branch, rest all are base of master branch. Okay, so base branch is master branch. Okay, so that means anything whatever the core is available or the this thing, everything is there from, it will get from your master branch itself. That is why I could see the data or maybe whatever the question I have it here. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll try to do some changes now. Let's say manifest file. Okay, in manifest I'll try to do something replicas. Let's say if you see replica here 6, I'll mention 6,000. That's how normally in actual work it works. Okay, you what we clone it, after this you want to modify in your local system. That is why what I did was I created a separate branch known as features. So I am not working in my master branch now. So I am sitting in my feature branch, because if I do any changes in my code for some reason, maybe it is not working properly for some reason or something breaks down, then it will be problem for me to troubleshoot or put it back. This is why it is always recommended for you to create separate branch, that is your isolated environment, where you change your code and test it. If all works fine, then you plan for the next stage, that is your merging. Okay, so I'm not going to merge anything now. I'm just going to do some changes here. 6,000, sorry, 6,000, yes. 6,000 I made as a replica number, and level also I'll make as 6,000. I wanted to see this core. Before that, I will show you in my this thing. Uh, uh, okay, that okay. I want to see if I see here GitHub master branch. I'll not push to master branch. I will push this code. Okay, if I see manifest deployment right now 6 and 50 only behavior. Okay, so that is there. Okay, what I'll do is now. This is the main branch. Now I have done changes here in my branch. So let me save this one. How will I save? There's many you can control as or anything you can do. Save it. Next command what I have to use is git add, git commit, reset. Reset I don't want to do because I don't want to do anything. How to commit? Firstly, we need to add a file that we want to do it. That we have already done it. To add all files working directory, you use this one. Currently, I was modifying only particular file. In your case, you can specify only the particular file name. Let's say git add space and then file name. But in my case, I'll keep it as it is. I'll use it all. Git add all. When I say git space add space dot is nothing but anything in my local directory, whatever I have modified, the code changes happen, should be moved to staging area. Staging area was discussed many times, so I don't want to discuss. If you have questions, maybe later on you can ask the staging area. Okay, the flow of the staging area, git flow. I will explain later, but not now. Okay, so I move this particular this one as I enter these commands using git add dot, it will move to my staging area. Let's see. How will I verify it now? Let me check. Git status. As soon as I git status is a command where you check what is status of the particular this thing. Let's say you are sitting in your main branch, sorry, feature branch. If you see here, changes to be committed. That means if I use these commands, another command that is a git commit. Here, git add done, git status we did it. Okay, then this one, then commit and push to the remote repository. If I use these commands, then what happens is now right now your the whatever you have the code in your working directory, or we can also call as work tree or working tree. Okay, there are so many name people can call it actually, so depends on your wish. You can call as working directory or work tree or working tree, so all are same. Okay, so right now whatever you have in your working directory, those changes have been moved to your staging area. That is why it says now here to be committed. To be committed mean from staging to it will move to your git. Okay, repo. So let's see how we can check that one. So git commit, then commit message name. M is nothing but a message. Okay, first commit for deployment. Just giving us for namesake only. I mentioned 6,000, right? Okay, 6,000 just for some. Enter it. As soon as I enter, every single this thing, if you see the particular brands, every single commit you get your what is this known? This will be, if you see here, there are three, sorry, four, seven. Okay, so this actually all total there you will have a 40, nearly 40 numbers. So this is known as your commit message. Sorry, commit. You can call it as commit number, or in actual technical term, we call it as your that I when I forgot the name now. Okay, we call it as your no as a commit, something they call it. Not coming in my mind now. Anyway, the basically the commit number. There will be 40 number. Sorry, that is known as a hash. Okay, commit hash. Commit hash we have it here near 40. But this, if you see that, you can see later. But in this only 7 you get to know. So this is known as commit hash. That means every single commit we do, it has a hash, commit hash number. Okay. If you see now, I have modified two things if here. One file in there, two things been changed because here we did two different changes. Now, now what we did was be mobbed. Now, I will look first. What I'll do is let's see what is the next step. Git push. Let's see if I put a git push. What happens now? Okay. See, as soon as you use the git push, what happens now? If you see here, what is saying then? The current branch feature, that is my future branch, has no upstream branch. to push the current branch to set the remote as upstream u using these commands. You know what is the meaning of upstream? The reason why I use these commands, this command will not work. So what is the command I need to use it? Okay, this is why I use mm, this. See, deleting runs git push. Anyway, it is written somewhere, but I am not able to find now. That I will check it. Okay, and anyway, you can go through all the notes. Everything is given. So just remember before that, anytime you're doing for the first time, git push will not help. Git push will help only when you have the existing your basically the branch in your remote repository. Because if you see this particular branch, that is my feature branch, is not existing in my here basically remote repository. Just so you know, see, I don't have anything. Let me check all branch. See, I don't see any feature branch here. Where I have feature branch, nothing. All are different name only. So I do not see any branch called feature branch. That is the reason the git is giving me a warning. It not work. So that is why we have to use a git push origin git push u is nothing but I'll show you that later. What is a u means? Origin, then the branch name. That is my feature, I think, right? Feature. Okay. If I use this word git push, then dash u is nothing but it is upstream. You set here, you can use this command also. Set upstream origin. So instead of set, what I use now, dash u. That means it is actually considering this thing. What is the first thing? What is the meaning of upstream? Why it is so useful, right? First, we need to understand why the upstream is used here. First thing in place, right? Upstream can be used to trace your information in your local, sorry, from local to your remote repository. That means if you want to do any kind of modification from here and push this one to the remote repository, there should be two-way of communication, right? Some kind of, you can call it as kind of saving some information. Okay, this particular person is coming from local repository with name this particular brand. That need to be information need to be configured in your remote repository also, so that they can have a communication. That is why we use the stream. I mean, yeah, upstream. Okay. So I don't want to use the full name. I use the EU. If I use the EU, what happens? Let's see. See, as soon as I click git push origin with the whatever name, what is it now? Don't you don't have to think much about this. Nothing. This is how it works. This thing you can read here. What will happen now? 100% done. So many varieties. You can see the things like that. Okay. Now, now push. Now let me check. We are gone with here. Rebase. Okay. Last commit we have done. This one I don't have to do it because we are not working with anything last now. Create new branch, commit also done, add file done. Okay, rebase we are not talking about. Okay, that you can check this one by one. There is different information you are given. So what I'll do is now I pushed it. How will I check now? You see here, as soon as I click, Can you see here, guys? You see here, future had recent push 1 minute ago. Because now what happened now? The future branch, what is been this thing also will be listed here. Future branch mean the branch what you create in your local, not in your remote. Okay. In your local branch, what you have the branch as features. Let's see. Let me try to see. What's it? So while merging again depends on where you want to merge this one, right? So feature, this is feature, you can see compare feature branch. That means master branch to this one, they will compare it. So this is the, you see the, whatever be given the commit message name, first commit for deployment 6. If you notice here, when I use here, I can use the, how will I check the logs, right? There is a git log, I can use it. That's what is been pushed already. So right now you are in this thing. You should have your been under, you are in this thing feature, under features. You have this particular code right now in your original, sorry, origin. Origin is nothing but your remote repository or in your remote location. Okay. Feature is nothing but it's your branches. Always, when you check the logs, no, you need to identify. You have to identify by seeing this one where you are sitting, where the code is located at. Okay. Same thing. If you remember that time, first time we commit, we given the commit message as when you use the git commit, we gave this command. I mean this as a commands we use. Okay. First commit for deployment 6000. Okay. This was used when we committed. That is why it is also showing me here. So let me see now. Pull request. Okay, just okay. See, I just noticed it. Or always this is one. This is the one of the technique which we use, that is for pulling requests. Instead of merging the requests, the good practice in the company or in the any project, mostly they use a pull request instead of merging. Merging can be done, but I do not recommend to use in your primary branch. That is your master branch or main branch. Okay. At least if you want to merge any code, try to have a separate branches, and then within the separate branches try to have a merge system, not in your master branch. If you notice that here now, this what is saying, this is a 6 7. Okay, 6 here out of same 6 number. That means if you see here code line number 6. Okay, you see the line number 6, what we have the replica set as we given 6000, and line number 12 6000, but before it was some number, other number 5 or 1 something. So that is why it shows now 6 number line, this was 6 number. That means minus nothing but this is the existing one. Existing mean the previous one, and this is the current one. Plus mean what is been modified. Same it goes for the 12 number. Minus means what is been there before and what is been configured, I mean changed right now. So this is one of the way where people can cross verify if all works fine, all okay with your configuration. That's how they use the pull merging, pull request as like a methodology or this thing. Okay. So instead of merging, they can, what they can do is they will merge that one. But while merging, you can have the merging. Where are you going to merge? So you merging system or there. So if you want to merge in other, let's see. I will try to merge in staging. Okay, staging. I'll try to merge it. Okay, staging. So what I'll do is I will not directly merge these particular changes to my master branch. I'm going to merge in my particular, that is my staging, that is in my GitHub, another branch. Let me see. Now, once I confirm the where I need to merge, that means whatever code exists or modify in your future branch, like this particular changes, where is that? This particular changes happen. This one I want to be available in my particular branch, that is my staging branch, right? In my staging branch. Okay, that is why I choose a staging. Let me request. As soon as I request, They try to see this say there is no sorry, this branch has no conflict with the base branch, because base branch something that is your master branch, it does not impact anything. The one of the reason why it is not, because we are modifying two distinct, but we are not merging with anything right now. So what we will do, okay, now okay, so no conflict, now more request, okay, then close it. Now as soon as, if you just notice, okay, once you're done with the merging system, it says close the unmerged commit, and the pull request is closed. Basically, what have been, we have pull request we have done, that is closed, but the future branch, that is as a unmerged commit. Okay, so if you want, you can delete the branch. Okay, that's how one of the technique we used it. But if you want, you can delete it. Otherwise, you can leave it as it is. It depends on your this thing. So right now you have done changes. Okay, what I did was, now let's see how I can check. I'll go to particular, that is close. And every time you see here, this is a number, you get a number. Okay, pull request number. So let me go here. What is the branch name? That is my staging branch. In my staging branch, what is the folder name is manifest. Under manifest, we have this one. Oh, is it not submit? I think it is not. Let me refresh. I think some I did not complete. Just still checking. No conflict. Okay, there is some issue. That is why it is not fully this one. Must conflict. Resolve the conflict. Let's see. Okay, there is some, I don't know, maybe this was done before I did some changes in my course, so it got conflict. Rohit branch with the master branch. It's not be this thing. $26 ago. No, I think while merging we did some mistake. Okay, what I'll do is I will try to this thing. What happened? Okay, the reason why it's not happening is that first thing we what we did was we once we use this command, because first time we are doing, right, so we forgot to do it one more commands, that is your this one, I think so, this one, guys. Okay, we have to do it because the reason why we have to do is because for the first time we are doing this one, it was not existing in my remote, that is why we have to do it. So what I'll do first, okay, get yeah, first I'll try to pull whether everything's existing in my this thing. Git pull. Okay, fine. Now I use the git commit. Mm, Upstream. Branch. Git push. Git push origin. Track and not the feature. Okay. No, I need to modify. I think plus close the different branch. Okay, fine. This is there. But let me merge with this thing only first because we need to create another branch. But you can check pull request if you want to check. You can check or you can directly have this feature. Merge it. Basically, code review. So we are not going to merge now. That is why this thing. What we will do directly, we will merge with here because we have reviewed the code. Local mention. Okay. Okay. Whatever is there, we like because we have manually reviewed, we didn't merge it. So that is why we have to directly pull request. We have to accept it. Check pass. Merge pull request. They have some code actually. I don't know. Some it's taking some time. If you see somewhere it is running backend progress, it is showing in progress. So once you merge this one, basically from the pull request, it will be available in your branch also. Okay. But second way, what we can do, let it anyway. That will take some time. Let it run. Second way, what we can do is, if you have this thing, you can have the. I think I mentioned somewhere. Stash cancel commits. I think I didn't mention that. I think it is not the one merging. Okay, can you see here anything like a merging option? Git merge. Git stash is there. Branch. Remove. How to show branch is. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I think I how to merge it. Anyway, I will add that also later. Maybe in this thing. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, now if you see whatever they have done, they have passed it based on this thing. Now I'll do the master pull request. Now only you see here. That time actually some issue in the backend. This thing, the pull request successfully merged and closed it. Maybe it is running somewhere in the background. That is why it's taking time. I don't know why this thing. So what we can do is now you can check the here. Let's say you are sitting in the master branch. what is a folder name that is under manifest? Okay. Hmm. It is taking time. I don't know why it's taking time. It is showing 22 minutes, but I guess it is taking time, some time. I think that time what we did was while pushing we did it, but it is somehow it is taking time. So you can see whatever changes we have done. Let me check in another branch. Let's say future branch. So we have already done it, so we don't have to check that because this is a main branch. I mean, from where it is came. So let me check in other branch. Let's say test branch. Test branch having issue. Is it true? Okay, I'll not use test branch. Try to use some other branch. Let's say staging. Okay, we'll use a staging branch. Then manifest. See, it is not there. The thing is the why it is not there because it is not seen here because we merged with your the master branch. If you remember, we master branch only we have it, but here we didn't merge it. That is why it is not seen. So we need to have the we need to always if you're working with any branch. This is why it is important. These comments. Git pull. Okay. So this git pull always use the assumption. You should update the content first. Whenever you're working with thing, git pull should be this thing. You should always request it. Git pull into use the comments so that whatever changes been made in particular branch that need to be synced with your main branch. So in our case, because we merged to our main branch, but it is not synced in other branch because it is not synced. So when you're working with this, let's say, if you're working with now with let's say for this particular branch, if you let's say working, you need to update this first by pulling the git pull request in your local system or in your local repository. Okay, that is the first thing. That is we are good now. One thing we can do, I don't know, I missed it maybe the git branch so creations and let me check why it's not saying git mods branch creation. I made it. How to create branch? Okay, how to create, how to add commits. To replace. Okay, no problem. I think I missed it, the git marks commit. I mean message that I will write it. So we can also do one more thing. Right now we are working from local to what we did was we modified something and push to this thing I merged it with my this thing or particular branch, whatever branch. So in my case, I merged with my this thing. So before that, I need to first push this one. Basically, I need to upstream your local branch first. Then only we can push it. Okay, that's the first thing, first point. Second, I can do another way. Let's say I'm working in my local system. Let's say, and I will create another core. Let's say I will create git. I think I will create a no. Just git branch. So I have already I'm in feature branch. Let's say let me switch to my dev branch now. What I wanted to do is now I wanted to merge these two basically with feature branch to here. How I can merge these two different branches, right? From my local branch and from the local branch to I want to push to remote again. Okay, that's another scenario. So basically, like if you're working with a similar issue and all, no, two developer will work in similar issue, and once the core is tested, everything's good. They will merge the two, basically the branches in one of the branches, and they will push to the main branch. Push they normally they don't push basically they will pull that one. Same thing in our case, we pulled it. We didn't push the to the main branch. If you see here, we pulled it from GitHub. It is normally, we don't normally push to the main branch, never. We only pulled it. Okay, pull request we do. So let me go to checkout. Git checkout with the branch name. What's the branch name? Git. Okay. So right now I have switched it. So this is a command. If you have already created all your question, that's how we can create it. Okay. So that is how it works. Right now you can see here, like we have a Git checkout, then we went to particular branch. Now that is my Git. All right. So next, what I can do is I win right now. I'm sitting inside. How do I check? There are many ways. Like I mentioned again, you can check using Git status or Git branch or Git branch list or many way. So you are still sitting here. It says nothing to commit because I have right now. I'm sitting in my particular dev branch where I have nothing to be committed as of now. Now, okay. Now what I'll do is in another branch. Let me do some changes. This is forget. This is done in my this particular branch. That is my future branch. I have done these changes. Now I have other things where I need to change it. Let's say I want to work with the services now. Let's say this is I'll be working on another issue. Let's say this is for my dev branch. Okay. So in dev branch, what I'll do is I will create something. Okay, 80/20 from dev branch. Okay, just for name only I'm giving. This is from the one service slide we use. This is dev branch. So these particular changes, that is my service.yaml. It is changed from my another branch known as dev branch. Let me save it. Okay. So as soon as how will I check whether it is saved or not saved? If I check here, as soon as I use the git status, what it shows me that it shows that the changes not stays for commit. Okay. So if you see here, git this thing. If you want to make it stays this thing, git add file name to update it or it will be committed for the next next committed. So okay, discard changes in the working directory. Right now, as soon as I use the which command I used it, no git checkout, git status, right? Okay, let me use the git add. So what happened now? Git add, if I use it, dot I use the file name or anything. I don't want to use file name. I just use a specific any directory. So it will move to my staging area. That's my this thing. Let me check. How will I check again? Go back once again. You see here. Now this got the coloration got changed. Before it was untracked. Okay, this is before once it is untracked, basically modified one. So now it is color got changed to yellow, green. That means now it is this is particular file or a particular whatever you call it as is located in your staging area. That is your this thing. Okay, in your staging area it is moved now. So then I'll do one thing. I will commit it this also. So what I'll do, commit it. Why I commit it? Because I want to I want to merge two different this now. I want to merge this one with my another branch. So git commit then message. Okay. So service dot service the service or service dot yml. That's my bad. YML. Okay, service dot yml updated from dev branches. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now, okay. Now it is committed is this thing. I can still check. There are many. How will I check? I can check this also. It shows that right now you have nothing in your working tree. That's what I'm saying. Nothing work this thing. This is working tree clean because we don't have anything now. It moved to my particular branch. That is my dev branch. Okay. Now I can check another commands using git log. What happens now if I use a git log? I see here there are right now your commit whatever changes if you mess whatever I did as commit message here service.yml updated from dev branch which I given as a commit message is listed here as a log with a particular time durations and a username everything. Okay, and this particular that's why I'm saying if you count this number it is nearly 40 coincide with the numbers. This is known as your commit hash. Okay, if anybody asking what is commit hash, you can this is a commit. Normally it will be till here 7, but then actual count is here. But initially it shows only the 7. But if you use this command, entire logs the commit hash you can see here. And head is nothing but one change ahead. Means as soon as you change something or commit something, it will go to your head. Mean one commit up. Then another one commit up where? Then it went to particular branch. That's what I'm saying. It moved to my dev branch right now. It is no more in my. It is no more in staging either local this thing. It is moved to particular branch. That is my dev branch. Okay. So now, but what if you notice here? I see here there are so many lines, which is difficult for me to understand, and I'm lazy to read. Let's say what is another way that I can get in this very short notes like just the commit message instead of having all the big notes. So what I can use another commands. If you want to exit from the git log, just q you type. Once you could type q, it will take you back. Okay, sometime you get difficult how will I come back from the logs. Okay, you have to put q quick. Okay, what I'll do if I my requirement could be see this if I type so many big messages I'm getting it where it confuses me to read or so many things. So I don't want to read all this. So what I can do is space dash one line. What is the one line means? It only shows in your what you need basically. Let's see. Okay. Now you see here how many hash message we have here. Commit has here three. We have four. That's what I'm saying. Seven we have. Always the first seven is not total seven, total 40 actually. But in this nearly 40, in this seven, mostly if you use this using one line, that's one line, it will help you in a concise way. See how easy it is to understand and read, right? Compared to if you see here, little messy, right? That is little messy. See here, little messy. I can't read also. So what I'll do is I can simply use this dash one line. Okay, these very helpful comments. All notes is given here. Here also all the comments you will get it. That's what I'm saying. Every single comment you need to check it once. Okay, okay, we are good with this now. So now whatever changes I have done now, I can see right now where is shooting everything. If you see here, right now this is the last commit. When I say log, is basically shows the from the this thing. This is the old one. Then slowly it is up. Basically latest one. So if you see here, this is the latest one. That's your head. That's what changes happen in my particular branch. That is dev branch. What is the changes happen? It's particular. So easy to track. If somebody asks me, some in my course some issue happen, can you help me with the fixing the issue? Yes. So the best way you can use this command. First check the logs. What went wrong, and check the history. Basically, what is the commit has when happened changes, what will happen. But in details, if you want, yes, I recommend you to use the first command. That is the this command. You can use it here. You get is every details. But if you're somebody just want to see this thing, yes, you can use either of the commands. Both works. Depends on your convenience, how you want things to be. Okay. Okay, fine. That's clear now. So, what was it? Okay. Now we have checked the logs. We have moved it. Now I want to merge it this one now. From my whatever changes happen in my this thing that like I mentioned here I have it. That is my in service. I mentioned some changes from the branch. Let me check. How will I check it? Git. Basically, I want to merge it. Git merge. What is the name of the branch I mentioned? I mentioned no, what is the feature branch, right? What is the name? Before that, I'll check the where am I sitting. Whenever you're working, you should be careful enough. Don't switch your branch now and then unless if you're sure. And we also have one more command where we can use if you're working with multiple branches, we can use the another command known as test. That is also shared in your Azure documents. Okay, check this one. How to store the modify file, how to apply this thing. Oh, sorry, this is not a command, just a heading contents. You can see here. With or new file, you can use a get stash, including new file if you want to put this thing you. Okay, and you can use this command if message if you want. So this is all we can use it. But I don't want to because it was explained many times. So that's okay. We will not explain much. Now I want to merge the branches. What's the branch name now? First, I'll check the how many branch, which branch am I sitting right now? Okay, git branch. I'll use all. I want to see the remote also. Right now, if you see the dash, sorry, hashtag, that means right now I'm in dev branch now. So I'm saying dev branch, so I want to merge with my this thing. Sorry, feature branch. So what I'll do, I'll copy this branch now. Git git merge. Okay. If you notice here, I merged it now. That means I have not pushed the code to my remote repository, that is my GitHub. I have not done anything. The reason why I have not done because I'm not sure the code is whether it is correct or not. So I should be very much clear enough. Like okay, whatever changes happen, somebody or maybe within the team should review that one instead of directly pushing to my main branch or anything, right? So that is the best way. So what I did was I directly create separate branch and I'm pushing to another branch that is known as a feature branch. If you see here now in the feature branch and what changes we have made it. If you see here one file change happen manifest in the deployment back deployment. That means we have a deployment also here changes deployment also we have it. This deployment will come here now. Deployment whatever changes happen also it will merge together basically with your main branch. But that's why whenever you're working, how you want things to be in place, whether you want to merge together or how. If you want to work together, in my case, then use this one. Right now you are sitting dep. If you want to merge with your feature, then mention that one. Okay, so I want to mention with the dev sitting, mention the branch name. This is my feature branch. Now, okay, now feature branch I merged it. Okay, how will I check it now? If I go to the my uh, git switch, sorry, git checkout. What's the branch name? Features. Okay, I have now in my this thing now ls. Sorry, my bad. It is ls, not ll. I want to here go or if I what changes happen here? Deployment. Okay, you are in deployment now. We are in deployment. Okay, sorry. We actually I changed this one, but we are push different this thing. What I'll do is that's okay. I will try to once again. I will be sitting in the same place like before. Git push, git checkout. Let me go my previous state only. Git push. What is the branch name? Dev branch. Okay, dev branch because we are working here, not here. Okay, so we are working here. Service branch, service thing. So this is updated. Let's say 1 second. I'll just put. Mm, git add git commit then commit message. Okay, from Dev branch. Okay, now another exchange happened. Okay, now you let me go back to my this thing version feature branch. Uh, Git checkout, Git checkout. What is a branch name? Mm, feature, right? Feature branch. Now Git merge dev. So dev we are merging basically fusion feature to the merge. Okay. So now ls. Now merge it. If you want, you can check it. Git manifest. On that manifest. Git deployment service. You see here? Can you see here this one changes? Guys, here. Whatever we made here in my service the feature branch, I'm setting my dev branch now. I get this one now. Feature branch I'm setting. I made changes in my dev branch. See here. Okay. So if you want to merge with the let me put my charging. I think it's hi part. I think you knew. I think today class.
Hey, hi Rian. Yes,
Hello. Hi.
I'm hi Rian.
Okay. What is your actually name?
Rian, it's me only Parth.
Okay.
Parth
Part.
Ambekar. Yeah.
Okay. I was maybe this anyway. So okay, so all notes will be shared anyway. Don't worry. You will get all the notes. But if you have question anything regarding Git, you can definitely ask anytime. Feel free to ask. Okay.
Yeah, sure Rian.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I hope others clear right what BD was now. But you clear right what I'm trying to do.
Yes, Rian.
Okay.
Yes,
You
yes,
have
yes.
knowledge in Git, basic knowledge.
Yeah, I have only basic knowledge. I'm just
Okay.
I have just started.
All right. Great. Great. Fine. So actually, I have shared some notes also. Just have a look. All notes. Same time we are showing some hands-on also how actually Mars is working. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
in
sure.
one simple, let me refresh the Mars how it works. Okay, so that like basically whatever we did right now, I'll just give it take a small brief so that it will be easy for you to understand. So if you want to merge with two different branches, I will just create one new nodes. Maybe if you want to merge, let's say you want to merge, let's say okay, you because it will be easy for you. You wish to merge uh, the branch, branch to feature branch, feature branch. Okay. Let's say you have two branches. Okay, one is a dev branch, and second you should merge is a dev branch. Your second merge thing. Okay, my bad branch. Okay, let's say you have these two branches. What spelling is wrong? You first need to first thing what you do, you have to go to, you have to check git checkout. First, you have to know which branch you have to merge with. Suppose if you working with the future branch mean dev branch mean, okay. If you want to merge, let's say what I'll do in my case, what we did was we went to the dev branch, git checkout. If you don't have a new branch, you can use the B. If you have a already existing, you don't have to use the B. That's B, okay. B basically creates new branch at the same time it will switch to the new branches. Then branch name. Let's say dev branch. Branch name is dev branch. Then okay, that's the first thing. Once we check out, second step, modify. Modify any files or any codes. Files or code based on whatever it is, based on it. Once you're done with this one, third thing what I'll do, I have to use the git add and git commit. Add git, we have to use add files and commit. Git files and commit. That is my using git add file name, or maybe that's can use. Or then once that is done, okay. Second, we can use a git commit. Then message name, anything. Let's say in our case, services dot service dot YAML YML updated from git. Sorry, from dev branch. Dev branch. Okay. So first thing what we did was we went to be checkout to the particular branch. Uh, that is my dev branch, and then we modify some files. Could be anything in the within the branch. Once we win, we add the files and commit it using these commands. Then once we are good with this one, four things. Fourth thing. Now for what we did was we are good here. Then we switch the git switch with sorry git checkout. Same only git checkout. Then branch name. That is my future branch. Future branch. Whatever. If okay, that basically what we do. Whatever changes I have done in my dev branch, whatever changes I have done in my dev branch. If you see here dev branch, I made these changes right dev branch. So once I made and everything done, once I commit everything, then I change the branches. Then I change the branches now. Git checkout the branch name. I check out. Okay, I check out to my future branch. Once I do this thing, fourth thing, then I can four five. What I did was, if you see here, you see okay Git checkout. You did this one right. Git we went to check out the branch. We added file. Then we did this one, and then we check out with the future branch because this is from the uh, dev branch perspective. This above, and then this is from the your. If you want to merge, you have to go first in your branch. If you want to merge, let's say branch A to branch B, you have to sit in branch A and merge with branch B. Always remember, don't be confused. If you're sitting in the same branch and give a merge, then it will be ulta. It will not happen. So let's say if in our case, I want to merge whatever I have my dev branch to my future branch. So once I do modification in my dev branch itself, then only I'll do checkout and I'll move to the future branch. Basically in my destination branch. Once I go to my destination branch where I need to merge, there I have to use the git merge command along with the what is it called the source. That means from where we need to merge. That is my dev branch because dev branch is something which I want to merge with, right? So I want to merge the dev branch itself along with in my future branch. So this is why I went to checkout particular branch, that is my feature branch, and git mods I used it, then branch name. Okay, same git mods, spelling I don't know if I'm wrong, git mods, then branch name. Okay, let's say the branch name, because we want to merge with the branch. Once I'm be sure, I can verify. Now this data will not be stored anywhere. Even if you go to your GitHub also, you will not get it here. Let me check my GitHub. That is my what is the branch name? Feature branch name, right? Feature branch. I think it is. Did I create it? Let me check. Feature branch. Okay, feature branch is there, but okay. In the feature branch, what is the service? See, if you notice here, in the feature branch, if you see here, I do not have anything as of now. Okay, the reason why it is not there, I have not pushed that one in my remote repository. Whatever changes been done is only within your local system or in a local repository. This is why it is important for you to understand the merging strategy. Okay, so what I did was now two branches I created based on the issue or maybe requirement, and I merge it based on this thing requirement. I merge it not with the main branch or anything, but merge it with my future branch. So whatever I have code in my Git branch, whatever modification I've done in my dev branch, I mean, it is went to or it is merged with my particular branch, that is feature branch. Okay, so it is clear. Now I do not see. Now let me, what I'll do now, I will not see. Try to push it to my remote repository. How will I push that remote repository? Basically, so now what I did was I'll go back here. I'm basically here. So I have now so you can see now because if I see here right now I went to the particular service. I try to see what has been changed. So my screen maybe don't know. Okay, now you can see whatever I do the changes to 20. If you see here, this was done changes in my dev branch, but I check out in my feature branch, but still I can see, but not in a remote repository because I did not push. It is within the local branches itself. Okay, git mods, whatever. Okay, now we are good. Now we understood how we can merge it. Now once we merge, if like let's say you work with two different person or teams, or maybe your senior, you can show them the code seems okay for me. Can I push this one to particular maybe remote repository? If he says yes, then he can push. So what is the command now? If let's say this command seems okay for me, I want to push it to my remote repository. How do I push it? Git push dash u origin always use it. Upstream also, why is it you mean upstream? I don't have to use upstream. Maybe I don't know whether I let me try with upstream because I think we have already done it. Upstream. Okay, let it be with our upstream. Push origin. Origin is nothing but is a remote repository. Okay, always try to understand this one. When I say origin, that means you always think that is about remote repository. Okay, git origin, git push origin. Then what is a branch name? That is my uh, feature branch, right? Uh, feature. Okay, let me check. Okay, now what I did was now I have merged from my whatever changes happening from dev branch to my feature branch, and I have reviewed internally. Basically, within the locally I have reviewed. Seems okay. So I spoke with my manager now. Then I told that okay, we have verified the code seems okay. Can I push this one to my remote repository? And your manager told okay, please go ahead. Now I use these commands. Okay, so in this case, you have pushed the code what has been there in your dev branch. I'll check once again whether am I sitting actually in the branch or not. Git branch. Okay, a git branch L or double. I can mention L or just single L also. It'll be this thing. Right now you can see you are in feature branch setting. That is the hashtag you can see. That means default directory. Basically present default directory. I mean branches branch. Now if I want to see whether everything including this is only whatever I'm seeing with the branch is only locally. It only in Git locally, okay, not in your remote. If I want to see the remote, I can use the Git branch dash a. A is nothing but all or everything. If I see a, you can see I could see now some more. If you see here all remote, what it means? Remote's always pointed to where? Origin. Origin nothing I can just say your remote repository ahead. What is ahead? Also you need to know that. Okay. This I have so many branches in my this thing. Like I mentioned, I have showed many times, but for part I'll show you once. So what I was saying. So okay, that I was saying if you see here code, if you see the features master, you can see many branches. These are the branches like Rohit branch, DevOps branch, feature branch, memory staging, test branch. So many branches which is there here also. You just see here. Okay, that is how we identify. So it is very helpful. These comments. I like this one. Okay. Okay. So we are good here. Now what we will do is we are going to the GitHub now because we have pushed it. Now we didn't we have pushed it to my remote. So if I come here, pull request. As soon as I click here, automatically, or you can set a new request, the pull request. Master branch. Pull. I will use the future branch. Let's say okay, future branch I did because future branch only things which I did was now future branch like always this is how it actually works in actually in any company or any project. They don't want simply push the code and merge the code from your CLI or your from local system. They always check graphical like this interface, which they check what has been changed, everything like that. Okay. So in my case, like I mentioned, the code was changes in my dev branch and it is pushed to, but not pushed basically, it is the same code is merged with your feature branch and your some team has that they have verified seems okay. You got a confirmation that you can push it. You push it now. Once you push it, it will come automatically. Then now you can have a pull request now. You can see a pull request, right? Now, before getting a pull request, you have to see that which branch you want to pull request. In my case, I'll just show you one second so that it will be easy for you. Go to pull request. As soon as there is an option, new pull request, there is an option, right? Comparison, which one to do. In my case, I want to do this one, this one. If I show the staging, it not be there, something else not see. Because there's nothing to be adjusting. But in my case, we have done changes now. So definitely we'll have option now. That's it here. Feature brand. This is a feature brand. No? We have pushed the code or merged the code to particular this feature branch. Let me click here. As soon as I click here, you'll have a code review. This is called as code review. That's how we review the code in actual production any project. We review the code. If you notice here, 8 number, this thing. What if you see the 8 number? What you can see from where this file is located at directory. Okay, is a manifest. Under manifest, the service.yaml. Let me check now. Service.yaml, that's how we did it. No, we have service.yaml and that manifest folder. This manifest folder, we used it. Service.yaml with this particular name. What is the line number? Line number is 8. Line number 8 we have done. The code we have mentioned is a 820 from dev branch. Okay, that's how we did it from line number 8. So same thing you could see here. Line number 8, that is 8 is nothing but line number 8 port on the this thing port you mentioned 920 from the dev branch. So and if you see the minus, this is a red color. Red always red means that is a previous one. The current means always the green color. Plus button also you can see always. Minus means that is a old one. Within the same line you can see the line number 8, this is also 8. But minus and plus there are two difference. And always minus will be in a red always. Plus will be always in a green. Okay. Always it will be in green. So in my case, plus means that you want to do a changes. Now, based on your requirement, now you have to do it that whether you want to pull request or not. If you want to ignore, you can ignore. Otherwise, you can this thing. You can reject also. That also possible. So in my case, we want to merge it. So that means I have reviewed manually code. Code reviews happen now. Like you check, this is my old code, this is my new code. Now the new code seems very good for me. I am very much good at it, so I'm happy with that. So what I'll do, I have reviewed everything. There is an option called create pull request. Okay, as soon as I click here, I can mention some comments because this is my this thing. Whatever name you can mention, you can mention looks good. Like you can give a feedback or anything. This is again depends on that. But for me, I have nothing to be given. Then I have done till here. So now what changes is going to happen? You can still once again review it everything. This is happen. Pull request. As soon as I pull request, what happened now? They will try to verify first whether everything's okay or not. If something's not correct, something conflict happen, that means you always need to be checked manually. Let's say example, when the code conflict happens, at the same time, let's say two different brands you have, same line number is modified by you. At the same time, some other person also at the same line number with the same different brands are modified the same code with some other this thing. Then in this case, there are 90, 100, almost 100% of the time you get a code conflict issue. So in this case, you need to adjust manually. You need to review the code manually and change it code based on the this thing. Then you need to resolve the issue. So these all I have given all the issue also that you can check these documents. There's so many things are there. You try to understand this also. But if you understand this much also more than enough. Okay, so that's how it is. I think then we merged it. It is still taking time. I don't know. It's taking time. No conflict. Okay, now merge request. Okay, confirm merge. Now you see pull request successfully merged. Pull request means I have not pushed the code. Code was pushed from my local system or local repository to my GitHub. That is my remote repository. So I came to remote repository in my GitHub now. Pull request. I did it. Once I pull request now, I also I reviewed the code. After reviewing the code, I have merged the code and it is closed now. Now there is an option delete branch. That's how it works in actual work. You can delete the branch once you're done with your your code review. Once you're done with your merge request, but it is not recommended to close delete the branch as soon as possible. Keep it for sometimes 1 or 2 days if see, because they may want to do something again, then it will be difficult for you again to do same work, right? So it is always good to keep at least a week, then you can delete the branch. Using the comments also you can delete the branch, that also I have here. Think so. Yes. So every single command, no, just please go through. I am recommending everybody, please go through. See how to delete the branch that no exist in the remote. Let's say you have remote, you can use this command D. There are two options. If you see dash D small letter, this is capital letter. So you need to understand what is the difference between this capital D, small d. So in simple term, small d is something which has been merged, and any branch if you merge, let's say you have, like in our case, we merge the branch, no, so we can use this one. But if you have some branch which is not merged, like unmerged branch, you can use the forcefully unbranched D. Okay, and you can select list and delete branch that have already merged. That's what I mentioned. If you want to list any branches that is merged, you can use these commands. Let me see how it works. Let me give these comments. Okay. In my case, it is not this thing. Then branch name. It means the branch name is in my case. Whatever is here, you have to give the branch name. In my case, it is whatever branch you have, you can give a branch name. So before that, let me check the. I think it is, yeah. Now the code we have merged with my which branch? I think main branch. Yeah. Okay. Let me check now. Let me refresh the page. Let me go to master manifest folder. Manifest folder, we have a service, I think, right? See here, you see now, it is in Mars. Okay, it is in Mars. Whatever I given, line number 8, that's how we have it in our local system. Line number 8, we use these changes from the dev branch. Same thing is now reflected in my here. That means whatever you're working as in GitHub distinguishing, your flow is A to Z, it is 100% is clear. So you don't have to this thing. So that means they have pushed it here. But one problem is now, again, if any other developer needs to work with these brands, they have to use the git pull commands. The reason git pull, because let's say nobody will be working. Normally, nobody will work in your master branch. But master branch will be the things what is up to date. All your code should be up to date. Okay, that is why master branch is being used. Basically, if all course goes, everything is good. I mean, everything like looks good. You can always have the master branch merge. Otherwise, don't use the master branch if you're not sure, like while merging and all, because it will be a problem for others also. Entire code will crash. So that's the first thing. And if you go to another branch, let's say in your hit branch, I don't know why sometimes this branch. Okay, anyway. Okay, I have it. Let's say staging branch have here. Staging branch, if you have many phase, master branch, deploy, sorry, service try. You see here, it is not change. Okay, it is not change. That is why I'm always telling, whenever you're working with any kind of this thing, you should have the concept known as a git pull. Git pull, what it does basically, let me give you an example why git pull was explained told. I think my git pull. Oh, I think somewhere I have written. I don't know whether I have written staging. Okay, fine, no problem. Git pull. I will give some diagram. Okay, no problem. Git pull basically, let's say, you can see my screen, right? Okay. So git pull, why we use it? Example, you have a developer one, developer two. That's why I was saying two different developers will be working on different branches now. Now you have your code, any code repository you have in your remote repo, that is your GitHub. All codes are stored in your remote repository. And by default, there is a master branch or also main branch, depends on how you create that one. Okay. So you have a master branch or main branch, both are same actually. But nowadays, people prefer to use main branch most of the time in for your GitHub. But for Git, also people started using main branch only instead of master branch. So again, nothing that both are same only. So now let's say you have two different developer now working with different branches. Now this particular person, this is what he did was he cloned it in your local system, local repository. He cloned it first. Take clone it and all core whatever in your remote you have a code that is available now in your local repository. That is your here example in here. Same how we can get now like this git pull using that one. Git clone it. We after cloning. Okay. Then after cloning this thing now, we have done everything now. We have cloned now. Now let's say you have done some clone. Mean what happened now? Clone is happening from your master branch or your main branch. Always remember in your GitHub, clone will happen from a master branch always. So now master branch, whatever updated is you get it. But after let's say you working something today for some issue, bug issue, something you took like 1 or 2 days, maybe some days, depends on the situation. You may take even more. So you have cloned it and whatever code is updated in your GitHub, that code is available now. But then after 2 3 days, what happened? Another developer is working in another issue. This particular developer P will working, he working some other issue. Now this person, what he did was, he fixed the issue. When you were working here, he fixed the issue and pushed the code to your remote repository. That means your code, whatever been changes happen, uh, the the updated old the old repositories exist with you. But then whatever he made changes or issue fix, that is not updated in your local repository, because after you pull clone the repository only, this person push the code. That means you don't have the up to date in your Git repository. So this is why, if you're working anytime in actual environment, what you do, once you're working anytime, before pushing the code, okay, you will not have, you when you push also you get conflict issue many times. So what you do, before pushing the code itself, you first clone it. Sorry, push the code. Sorry, you first pull the pull using git pull. Okay. So why I have to pull? There are two things. The clone is clear. This is also clear. Fetch also clear. You need to understand these two different concepts: pull and a fetch. Okay. So in simple term, when it is used, example, uh, clone I can use it. Example, sorry, not clone. Pull. Pull means in actual situation how it works. You have a code now. Let's say in your master branch. Okay. Okay. In your master branch, you have code now. It is up to date. Okay. But if you go another branch, it is not there. Let's say now you're going to work in staging branch now. If you see staging branch, the code is not up to date, because the code what is been there is the old code. Now you, what happen if you do modification? See, it is not up to date, right? So in this case, what I can do is, uh, once I clone and once I start working on my code, before pushing the code to the remote repository, what I do first, I'll use the git pull. So if what happens now, if I use a git pull, okay, now once again, whatever I have in my updated in my master branch in your git repository, okay, sorry, in your github repository, whatever you have your remote repository, basically whatever code is updated in your master branch will be pulled, or in simple terms it will be downloaded in your local repository. At the same time, it also merges into your current working branches. What it means is that, example, if you're working with these branches, let's say in your local git branches, it download all the codes in your local file, sorry, directory, that is for sure. But also at the same time, it tries to merge. How we merge manually using the git merge command, right? So that means whatever code you have, at the same time, the merging system also will happen within your local repository with the help of git pull. That is why git pull is so much used. And second thing is your another concept known as git fetch. Git fetch is very much opposite. How it can be? Example, it means basically it just download the code from your repository. That means you can see what changes been made. Okay, but it is not going to help you in merging to your particular branches. That means you will only be able to see what has been changed, but you can't modify anything, because you have to do, because it is not merged with your branches. Okay, that's the difference. So that is the biggest difference here. So okay, we will spend maybe another 10 minutes. I don't know how we have. Okay, thanks guys. So till now, is it clear, guys?
Yeah, yes, Riya.
Okay, great. Yes, but so fine. So okay. So today last topic. This is the last topic. We will try very fast. We'll try to complete it. But you can ask the questions also. This is a tagging system. So just try to complete it in some 10-15 minutes. Is it okay if I close by 6:30? Next 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, fine. Fine. So what I was saying is, I will explain the Git tag, and Git tag is very useful everywhere, as you can see. Git uses for Git tags. use cases for the git text, right? What is why it is used. So I think before that I need to go with the first thing. Okay, this you know, git tag is a marker for specific point in your project history, often used for release. Let's say uh, you want to have some kind of like things where you can understand by single text, by seeing the kind some kind of messages, right? So it will be easy for you to let's say for release management. If you want, let's say whatever tag we made it now, see we have pushed some all the branches we have pushed it, but now could we have made it, but for some reason if I don't have a tag, what happened now, I have made so many changes. Now it will be confusing for me, like which branch to what changes made what, I will not have any idea, because the changes will happen only based on the requirement, right? When you do some changes, that means you should be having some requirement, but based on the requirement you do changes, but now you're not able to trace that one, what for what changes it is made for, right? This is why tag can be helpful here. Okay, example, there are two types of tags here. One is a lightweight tags and the second annotated tags. Sorry. So these two are very much the first one is used in every single time in every single environment. This is used everywhere. What it helps is that compact and efficient, storing only reference that important this is hash, ideal for making specific version like final draft or submitting version. So the example, this one git tag with a name. Okay, that we can use it. That means if you want to give an a tag, particular branch you go. Next is this annotated. Annotated tag is very special. Along with the tag name, it also help you to mention your tagger name. Basically, it has a more information in simple terms, like your like you can have your message. What is your message you want to give for a tag? Like it's like a description or attribute you can call it. Okay, attribute means it has some information in it, right? And GPG signature, everything. Useful for documenting release notes, bug fix, or other relevant details. If you want to use some bug fix anything, yes, you can use these comments. The example is we can use this format. Okay. So anyway, we don't have to explain. You can take a look later. Now, this is some of the thing we can why we use a track changes over time, return to specific version. If you have a tag based in version number, you can return that one or you can get back. Okay, and this is a thing. Shit, this is some of the comments. But before that, what I'll do, I in hands-on only I will show you because we need to complete in the next 15 minutes. Let me share my okay. What is the first comment? How I have showed you, I have made these also documents, so it will be helpful for you. How will I use the notes? I mean, this thing. See, all commands is just I'm saying carefully just check one by one. Don't be hurry. Take your time and learn one by one. Okay. First thing is here creating tag. In that under tag sessions, I have made different subdivisions like create git tags. Right here, I want to create tags. How I can use using the git tag then tag name example or second one is your to create a tag. Like I mentioned, there are two different types of tag. This is your lightweight tag. That means it only the tag name will be mentioned. Second is your to create an annotated tag. That is your second methodology. Second methods, right? So let's have a look how it's. We should be any of the branches first thing. So let me see which branch am I sitting currently, right? I'm sitting in my future branch. Okay. Now in future branch, let me see whether do I any do if I have any tags. Now master branch, future branch. Okay. You can see right now I'm showing in your future branch. I do not see any single tag also here, right? Zero tag, right? That means I do not have any tags right now. Let's see how I can create now in my future branch because I'm sitting there. So git tag then tag name cannot be only the version name. Okay, I'm just giving an example. What is that? Um, I think okay here. This is I given as the tag name or anything. It is not the version name. Based on your name, whatever name you want, you can give it. It is depends on your requirement, your needs. Okay, I'm just giving for my this thing version one. Okay, version 1.0. This is my tag. The tag is that. How will I list the tag now? Using git tag. You see here, I have it now one, right? Now you created. This is a tag one. Now, if you see here, still you will not get it because it is the tag is there only in your local repository. You don't have anything, any tag here, zero tag, right? It is only in my remote local repository now. Okay, I do not have in my listing. Let me create one more tag. I just copy pasted instead of typing it. I will copy these comments. Git tag a is nothing but is a you define the types of the tag. That means this is a annotated tag that is a, and this is the version number. You can change it, and messages. This will have some messages. Whatever message you can want, you can give it. Okay, what I'll do, I will mention. I'll instead of this one, I'll do some changes here. I'll do version 2, version 20. I'll mention anyway. So 2 I'll mention. Okay, this is version 2. Okay, copy. That means we got the first tag here. Second tag we are getting it now from. Sorry, why is not copy? Too many argument. Oh, maybe this I forgot to put this thing. I should not give much this thing. Maybe space. Let me check what name I given. Version 1. Version 01. Has I'll just mention. Oh, how come? No, I removed. How come it's got removed?
Rian, I think
Huh.
message should be in quote, double quote.
That's what I. How I don't know how I got missed it. It was there on how I missed it while copying this thing. Okay, so we are good here. Okay, so the double the column that I mean this thing I missed it that one. That's fine. Anyway, so now I can just check it once again using git tags. Now I have distinctive. Now if you notice here, if I use a git tag, I can see only the uh, tag name, right? So, but if I in my case, what I want is you see here, I created now display, right? I can use this one git tag that is be used, but I want to use the git show. Git show, what it will help you is that it will help you to in the in details. Let's see git show, but in git show for the first one, I will have nothing because it just created one this thing. Sorry, my bad. Git show version 1. See, whenever you change, that means particular branch. This is okay. Now you will get to know where you are sitting now. That's you can see so much information. Git show for version 1, what it says, whatever changes we did, this was the last commit, and it is in had to it went to feature. In the feature branches, we have a tag, also another tag. Okay, and also these all things that we have already work merged and we went to dev, so things like that. So you can see details, but from whatever changes we did, you can see here. That is why whenever you have a tag name or any kind of string, you can reward that based on the tag version. Okay, you can check whatever changes we see here. Okay, plus minus port everything, this is happen. Now let's see the second one. Sorry, version 2. They can also will have a same thing because we just thing, but 0 1. If you see this also, so basically 0 2 0 2 0 2. Huh. Here you see here, this you can see here. but management, whatever you given this thing, whatever naming based on your, you can give that one. But in the first one, you don't have anything. Okay, no tag information, but here you get the tag information. Okay, that's how the difference. But see here, like I mentioned, this you can see the more details tag information, so you can see it. So anyway, this is clear now. What we will do, we will create a text, create text done, display text also done. Or also we can use based on the this thing. You can try home also this one. Okay, this basically will help you. We can basically grab based on your basically will cut using will cut. Okay, version number. If it's version 1 or 2, based on the strike you can use, and then you can get that and push tag to remote. Now that's why we wanted. I want to push this one. If you want to push to remote, always use this command git push. Always be use origin, like I mentioned. Origin always is a remote and tag name. In my case, it's a version 1. If you mention version 2, also you can mention. Or if you want to pull all together, you can use this command. So in my case, what I'll do, I'll create one more tag so that it will be easy for you to check all the comments. Git tag, sorry, git tag. Tag name is v3. I'll just mention normal tag this also. Okay, v3. That's 0. That means I have a git tag. I have 3 tags now. I have 3 tags now. Okay. The one is annotated. Second is annotated one. So now first thing, the first one I'll push one, only one. Okay, you git push origin, this thing. That means I will push only one first. Instead of pushing all together, single I'll push it. So yeah, total zero blah 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 scheme. Now because new tag is added, that is as this one, version 1. Okay. So now let's see what we have. Let me check whether we can see now. Refresh it in my future brands. Boom. See here. Now tag has been added. Can you see here? See, tag has been added. So you have only one tag now. But let's say you have a 10 or 100 of tags. You can't do manually one by one. No, that is why what I do, I created the 2 tags so that I can push together. That is my second comments, right? What I do is just dash tag name you mentioned, like here, git tag pushing all tags. Let's say just dash a tags you mentioned. Same comments, but just the you mentioned instead of the specifying the tag name, dash tags you mentioned. It will help you pushing everything like this. See, 1 minute. It is why I'm always this command. I don't know why it's not coming tags. Okay, okay. We do this as or a single I put it double. I think put okay double dash. See. It all when now whatever 2 tags with version 3, 2, and 3 when push now. Okay, double dash. Did I give a single dash here or what in my notes? Okay, sorry. It is double only actually, double core only, double dash only, but then it is in PPT, no? That's sorry, that only, so it also is taking some other format. Anyway, this is double dash, okay? So we are good now. So we can check in my this that now I should be having 3 tags now. See here, 3 tags. Okay, now how to delete this one now? I don't know, you don't have to delete it, but one thing why it is always good to know the complete process. Then only you will have okay, you're confident whatever you're doing, right? So pushing is clear now. This also clear, taking all pull now. Delete the tag from the local. Local means I want to delete. See, right now if I use this whatever I have in my local system. Okay, so I can use the git tag then delete double dash delete. Why it is all this is all whatever you know is a double dash. Okay, delete. So sorry, this is single I think. This was a name tag name basically. So let me check git. So if I say here git tags 3 I have. I want to delete. This is again I'm deleting not from the remote. If I delete from local, it will only remove from local, not from the remote. So how will I delete? Git tag d. What's the commands? Okay, what is the first command? Which one we were doing? We are doing, okay, we are doing the 01. Okay, okay, fine. We will do the 01. Okay, git tag D, then tag name or delete you can mention. Tag name version 1 dot 0 was deleted. As soon as you delete this tag with the tag name, it says that some number will be there. That is your commit. That's what I'm saying. If you see always, it will be here 7 number. That is your commit. Say hash number. Okay, hash commit number. You can call it as. Okay, always 7 number by default will come, but actual total count is 40 nearly. So that's how we did it. Now we deleted it. Let's re-verify. So only 2. Okay, let me delete all this thing. Let's say 3. What's the version 3, 4? Okay, 2. Version 2 also. Version 3 also deleted. No, no, we are let me check once again whether I am good here. I have no tags here. I have 0 tags. But then if I want to delete remote, how will I delete a remote? Because it is not required, but then what if it is required, right? This is a clear how to delete tags. Delete from the remote. Remote means, or that's something. Always if you're dealing with your remote repository or this thing, always you have to use the origin. Origin is nothing but it is your remote. Okay. Origin or is nothing but is your remote repository. That means git push origin dash. So what happened now? Let's see. I have two comments says the delete also we can use it. So if I want to delete, we can delete it. But before that, I will check first whether I have it in my just refresh it. It is there still. See, it is not moved because you deleted only local, not your remote. If you delete your local git tag, it will not remove your remote. Okay, keep in mind. Let me now remove the local. Sorry, remote. This thing. Let me remote the remote one. How will I remove? Using the yes, this one. Git push origin. Always use the git push because we are using with the tag name. Let's see. I want to push this one. Double dash is not coming. Dash okay. B1. It got deleted. Let me check the V2 also because we don't want to have spent much time. 2 also. I'll keep 3. Let it be 3. I'll keep it as it is. Okay. Now 2 and 3 we have done. Let me see in my sessions. In sorry in the Git this thing. Boom. See. Only 3 we have, right? It is gone. So we have deleted 1 and 2. That is why it is now no more available. So 3 is available. So that's how we deal with the tagging. Okay. And last comment, not the less. Maybe this specifically how we can only this is pending. This also why it is important is that because as you work with development with different scenario, you will keep creating the multiple branches, right? Then it will be you have a huge of branches, then it will get confused. So once you're done with your work, your project or anything with particular tasks, it is always good to delete your branches for certain days. Let's say after 1 week of your work, you can delete, or maybe depends on how you want. But don't delete as soon as you finish your work because you may redo something changes right on your code. That is why. Take cleaning the local branches. Local branch I will clear. Local branch mean let's see how many branches I have first. Git branch. As you can, I can just put this also. I have a total Mars branch also. Okay, I have total Mars because Mars branch got created automatically because we created this thing using one more commits message. So total we have a 4. Let me let's say I want to delete Mars and the Deb branch. Okay, Deb branch. What I'll do? What is a common? Just dash D. D with the capital. There are two types of D. This small d, this is capital D. Let me with the small d first. Okay, then branch name. Git branch D. Git branch D small d. Then branch name is a deb. Deb is what I say with deleted. Again, that's something. Every single two sentences it will get commit message will get. That is your thing. So let's see whether we can see now branch. Now boom, it is gone. Deb branch no more. Same thing. I can delete other branch that is it's a Mars branch. by mistake got created actually. These branch, just ignored it. Okay. Now we have done. Let me delete another branch, that is my feature branch. Right now I'm setting the this thing. I'm sitting in my feature branch. Let me try sitting in the same branch whether I can do it. Okay, feature name is git. Let me just use this one. Git. Okay, what do you think? Can I delete? Can I delete this branch sitting in the same branch? Guys, can I delete this branch because I'm sitting in the same branch? Yes or no? Hello. Can I delete or not?
I think not. No.
No. Okay. No. Okay. Fine. Let me try. What it says? Cannot delete the branch feature
That's
used by
correct.
work 3 because you are, yes, you're working with a particular condition. Okay, great. Okay, that's how we need to understand. So you cannot delete the branches where because you are setting the this thing. How will it cut you like setting the same thing? That's right. So not possible. So always keep in mind that you cannot delete the branches if you're working with a particular branches. So I will, what I will do, I will first switch the branch. I will switch the branch, then I'll delete the branch. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Git checkout. Then what is the branch name now, right? That is my master. I think yes, master. That is my master branch. I went to master branch now. Now I can delete it, right? Git branch. Now got deleted. Let me check once again. Git branch. But if you remember, this is our master branch. I have only one because I deleted everything. But one thing, if you notice, guys, here I have deleted, but then in my remote repository again it is not move. Always remote and local will be differently. It will be used different. This thing. Like if you have the this thing branches, whatever you see, whatever branches we have, see we have so many branches, right? I have so many branches. Still, whatever branch we were using, same branch I can see feature branch or feature branch or we can see other branch we can see. But how will I delete this one? This is very commonly asked and people don't know. Okay, that is why I think I made this also. Yeah, I made this also. Always if you want to adding and deleting the branch. Adding means already you have added a branch that you did it. But if you want to delete something, it will be the branch name. Let's say git branch delete a T and then branch name. Okay, in my case, I'll just copy this one because I'll just specify branch name. Feature branch, right? That is a feature branch because it is available here in my here. Here. Okay, feature is there. So I want to delete this one. Let's see. Deleted, right? See message deleted. So I try to delete everything. If you got num nms, let's see whether it is actually deleted. Let me refresh. See here. I don't see feature branch here, right? See, there's no feature branch. It is gone because we have deleted. Same thing. The feature branch down. Then I'm opening. Okay, this is good. We have many branches. Same thing we can delete using that commands. Okay. Let's say I will delete one more branch. Let's say so that DevOps branch. See, so this DevOps branch also gone now. See, no more DevOps branch. It is gone. Okay, so this is the thing, like sessions where we have everything's covered, everything here. So please take a look these notes. If you have any questions for any time, please do reach me out, like any kind of questions, queries that you have. And yeah, if you feel like asking questions personally also, please do feel free. Okay, I will help you for anything. So, but try to please understand and check every commands how it works. Try to understand the output as well, how actually it works. Okay, so this is I think we are good for today's sessions. Thank you for joining today, guys. So we will stop the recording actually because we completed almost this thing.